You know what I'm saying? And when we got to Priority, all they was doing was the raising. So where Brian, and I don't see why people don't never give a lot of the people that had a lot to do with it. Mark Cerami had a lot to do with the distribution part of it. That's why the Midwest was flooded with that Priority product, right? And what really blew the record up was the FBI letter, as we all know. And that's another thing that wasn't true in the movie when they say that Eazy said, "Oh no, we're gonna have this work for us." Yeah, it didn't happen like that. What happened with the FBI letter was Lillian Matulik panicked. She was Bryant's personal assistant. Bryant was on vacation in Europe, okay? But he had a do not disturb him about shit, okay? So she was scared to call him and tell him that the FBI have just sent a letter to Priority Records. You had Guy Manganiello, all of them was up there scared. There was only a few of us up there. It was Guy. I'm missing two other people, but Lillian called Phyllis Pollock. And Phyllis Pollock is what really, really sent that group into a different orbit. Phyllis Pollock is one of the
publicist, right?
Yeah, she's a publicist. You know what I'm saying? And she did a lot of that 70s stuff for those rock groups and stuff like that. And then she started getting into rap publicist, being a publicist. So what she had already had a relationship with people like the Village Voice. You know what I'm saying? So what happened was Phyllis Pollock gave that to a friend of hers at the Village Voice. The Village Voice in New York put it on as a front page fucking story. And
that just blew it out the water.
Exactly, because then MTV picked it up. You know what I'm saying? That FBI letter is what blew that group up. If that FBI letter wouldn't have did what it did, that group wouldn't have been nowhere near like that. And then once that thing just exploded and people started protesting the group and protesting what we were doing, all out there in Priority Records and everybody coming for their heads and our heads, and it was like, fuck them. That's when Eazy was like on some real fuck them. You understand what I'm saying? Then it just super snowballed from there. That's what happened.
Man, and that's why it's so important for guys like you to get your story out, because we see the movie and we know they got to do certain things for the movies to make it the movie, but
to make it move,
like they leave out a lot of the real shit, and guys like you need the credit that y'all deserve. You know what I'm saying? People need to know and they need to understand the people behind the scenes as opposed to just the artists and the producers. It takes more than just that for us to have some of these classic albums that we was able to enjoy then as we still enjoying them today.
That's so true. I always tell people that. I always tell people that, and I think going forward with any other young people, just to give them some advice, if you're on the ground floor or something, this should be a way that the people that